Right, good afternoon, folks. This is Peter, and this is another part of Ace Combat 7. Now, in the previous episode, we shot down. I believe we shot down Sol 1, which was the antagonist up to that point, and I think he crash landed. It has been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, all of 10 seconds since the last one. And on his apparent dying wish, he wanted us to stop the drone program that he was a part of. So it could be seeing an end to this war shortly then.
When we got to the mainland, we found the space elevator's support facility. I guess this was the factory where they built the gigantic structure the elevator traveled in.
Yeah, same thing. 15 tons or...
There was this little girl sitting in front of a mural.
Now this is a nice bit
When
of
the
lore
princess saw her,
for the story.
She shuddered like she'd seen a ghost. The girl had a stuffed animal. This was the day after the shit went down at Tyler Island. She walked right up to the princess, took her hand, and led her into the factory. One thing's for sure, they knew each other. The factory'd been converted to a production line for Erusian drones. It was fully automated and chugging along, making drone after drone after drone. Once they got inside, the princess stopped and just stood there. Another girl was there with a man in a lab coat. He was trying to use his keyboard, but she wouldn't let him. She took a data chip and threw it on the ground. Then she walked over to us and took the gun from the prison guard's holster. She pulled the trigger and destroyed the chip. Later, I found out that the girl with the gun and the one with the stuffed animal were sisters. They were also the granddaughters of Mihai A. Shalaji, the legendary pilot.
Mihai, that's it, yeah. Sol 1.
Gramps used to talk about him. He said Mihai was the top ace from 2 wars ago. Know any Belkans? Because this guy was a Belkan, and they love to stir shit up. Pitting nations against other nations is a particular favorite of theirs, along with developing hyper-advanced technology.
That's right. I'm Belkan, born and raised. My country is gone now. Rather than surrender to its
Yeah.
enemy, Belka detonated 7 nuclear weapons on its own soil.
And one of the missions in Ace Combat 0,
My people scattered around the globe.
you're actually in the air when those nukes go off, and it's like your aircraft has been hit by the biggest EMP ever,
The
and you
theory
barely
was that
make it out there as the horizon just goes red with nukes.
I had just finished inputting Mihai's data when his granddaughter came in. She destroyed the only copy I had of the information I squeezed out of him. The girl loved Mihai. No one knew more than her just how hard I pushed her grandfather for that data, how much I made him sacrifice in the process. I promised his granddaughters that his efforts were not in vain, that it could end this terrible war. But in the end, it only caused more chaos and despair.
Yeah. It's
We
kind of
were
sick when you think about it,
responsible for
really.
all this damage, all this tragedy. Now, we were going to pay for it. The Erusians, once our allies, would see to that. I had lost the drive to continue my work, even before I noticed Mihai's granddaughters eyeing me with suspicion that one day. I should have stopped then, for all our sakes. Mihai's granddaughter tossed the gun aside. She said if she resorted to killing, she'd just end up like the rest of us. And by us, she meant everyone, including the princess. Like me, the princess was afraid to look into the girl's eyes. She knew that by encouraging her people, she kept the war going. Mihai and his granddaughter were victims of it, and now they too were paying the price.
Is this for Belka? Or for Erusia? My grandfather had only one wish, to continue soaring through the endless skies. That was the only place where he felt alive. But I don't even have a country to call home, let alone the sky. The Black Forest, the lake, they are no longer mine. Even though those lands were once cherished by my late mother. We have to learn to put that sense of nostalgia behind us and behave like mature adults.
My homeland. She's right. It feels so far away now. The woman with the rifle approached me. She was focused on more pressing issues.
I checked the computer. All of the data on the legendary Ace had already been installed.
No, I pulled it before it was completed. However, there are 2 aircraft that are already scheduled to be manufactured based on that data.
We must destroy the factory.
This isn't the only one. There are more facilities just like it, and the 2 planes containing the data will be manufactured at one of those facilities.
So, this place runs on solar power that the space elevator generates, right? How about the others? We can destroy the space elevator and cut the power to them. First things first, let's take this one out.
I'll show you which locations to target.
I stood there, thinking about that mural by the factory's entrance. Harling commissioned it to be painted. I realized that in the background, behind the dancing figures, the artist had painted several space elevators. I understand now. The space elevator wasn't designed to exploit Erusia after all.
To be honest, I saw that coming.
Good. And afterwards, we'll bring down the space elevator itself. No matter what
I mean, compared to Stonehenge, the space
right now,
elevator
it's
is
the root of this chaos.
pretty much benign of any hostile intent.
I wonder which path you would choose when looking at Harling's mirror.
You don't get many CGI cutscenes in the game, but
Let's get the briefing
sometimes I feel a game can be too cutscene heavy anyway, so
Just let us go home.
you get like a nice mix of action and story with this.
Whatever direction you fly, it'll be right into a hail of enemy fire. Earlier, we received a communication.
And
by
again,
a
the music's
partially
changed.
restored general network. Here is what it contained. Apparently, the Erusian radicals have gathered around the space elevator, as it's a source of energy. Give the warmongers a powerful energy source, and you give them the luxury to keep on fighting. In response to this, people from both Osea and Erusia have joined forces, and will take down the final Arsenal bird in a saturation attack from the air and the sea. Once that's achieved, they'll take the space elevator from the aggressors.
Has the source been verified?
It could be fake. I hear you, but take a look at what's written at the end. Hey, dumbass. If you want to bring the world back from the brink, go to the lighthouse. You can see the future. Dumbass?
Sounds familiar.
Certainly does.
Oh, it's the scrap queen in the room with a briefing, but it's just her voice actress voicing another female character.
It's a message to all those looking to end the war. But I also think it's a message for Trigger.
Guess we'll do what it says.
Okay. Well then, I'm thinking we go roast that damn bird.
Looks like we're all on the same page. It's time to end this war.
Right, I'm going to bring something to the table that
Let's go get that arsenal.
I meant to get on the last Arsenal bird encounter, and I know exactly what to choose. We've got a I think you were AFK, Shandy, when the last mission had a name. I think it was it Beehive or something, which made me laugh. Let's just see how much money we've got first. Ooh, quite a bit. We're going to get one of these MiGs, won't we? It's not kind of weird that's cheaper than these two. Yeah, pretty much. Just made me smile. The Raptor's still like almost 1 million. The heck is that? Homing bombs. Huh, I have never seen those before. Must be new to the game. But anyway, I'm going to show an aircraft that I've probably flown before, but with Loader I've not shown before. Now, is it this one? Or is it this one? No, it's this one. So yeah, this is the tactical laser system. It's basically pew pew, but it's like one solid beam of just melty death that when used on an Arsenal bird can just, it's like a sort of a, think of like a laser cutter just going across it. It's very good. Put that in there. I want to get some laser. Yeah. Actually, hold on a second. Missile speed and homing capabilities, that's fine. Now, here we are. The distance, the hit zone. That could be handy if it works. Then we can free up space for one laser related thing. That's EML. Yeah, we got all the laser stuff, that's fine. Okay, so we can afford to be liberal with our pitch, roll, yaw. You know what, I'm going to chuck those out and put these two on. I want more maneuverability in my yawing and pitching, which is up and down, left and right kind of thing, rather than actually rolling. And I put an emblem on because emblem. Now that we're part of the International Space Elevator attack team, whatever, might be appropriate. Put it on the nose and the tail. I don't think we've got the right skin now, have we? No, we haven't. I still find this weird. Like, you have to have the right skin on to show the emblem in question. Unless I wasn't looking at it before on that side. Yeah, on the fuselage there. And on the rear there. Yeah, that'll do. Now the laser, from what I recall, the laser's not too bright, but it's a very sharp beam of red light, so it might be a little bit bright, so I'm going to warn you in advance. It's not too stroby, obviously, but yeah. It shouldn't be too bad. I mean, obviously you've seen the other lasers in action, the pulse lasers, so it's nothing worse than that, I do believe. Obviously at point and blank range it might be a bit glaring, but yeah, there you go. God, it's so wet out there. Good old summer rain.
We need help. Don't let them damage more. Show them what the erosion, no, what fighter pilots are made of. Thanks. I owe you. No sweat. Get into formation. We have the numbers.
Well, if it isn't the LRSSG, looks like our luck has turned. LRSSG, you will secure air superiority. There are Erusian aircraft in the Coalition, so they have been ID'd as friendly via the data link.
Just confirmed it.
The Erusian
No more
government
scanning.
aircraft, including
We know
drones,
who
will
we
show
are
us
now.
hostiles.
Well, we know who they are,
Races.
really.
I'm thinking it's time to show us what you've got.
We don't have two anymore. Guess nobody told them. That's quite true, Count. It's not just two. Wiseman trained his squad well. Everyone's still in it as an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
So yeah, the target is 15,000, and we have 8 minutes to do that.
This is headquarters of the Ocean
Let's get to
Army
work.
Southern Command. Wait, you can forget that designation. We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose of taking down the Arsenal Bird. Wait until we're ready to strike the Arsenal Bird in unison. Roger. Right.
What's he doing speaking on an open channel? The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. The Erusian aircraft are in the Coalition as well.
This is Skull Squadron and Rigel Squadron of the Erusian Air Force. We're here on our
And there's the laser in action. It goes on for quite a while. And obviously used best long range.
It's Mr. X's crew. Count, ease up. Engagement is forbidden. Don't worry, I know. We need every bird we can call.
I'm already at 35% damage, so yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is actually a rather difficult mission anyway.
Some of their squadrons are in weird formations. They have manned aircraft with UAVs in flame mode. All this just to keep the war going. You never need to worry about running out of pilots and crew. Got this one down to my sights. The enemy's got a lock. UAV confirmed destroyed. My God, it's got an enemy aircraft.
Okay, commencing transmission. I'm speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important who I... No, who
Bloody hell, he's tough.
First,
I think that's a pack as well, SU-57.
destroy the space elevator. Second, we want power to the drone factory cut in order to put a stop to all the war and chaos that its products cause. And last, we want to bring an end to this place, giving rise to a state of anarchy. Let me tell you what's going on right now. The land is overrun with refugees who've lost their homes. This is no isolated incident. In spite of that, the war continues to rage overhead. Shoot them down one at a time. They'll run out eventually.
Those airspace like a UAVs were sluggish once the leader went down. To show themselves. I thought as much. Drones without leaders are slow as hell. The thing is to flood their slave mode.
Are the friendly Erusians rebels or what?
They're rebels, but I'm sure it's more common.
Oh, flipping heck, come on, I avoid that missile.
Rush up on current events later. Focus on the enemy.
Copy that. Take a look. See that line continuing above the horizon? The cable goes up to the sky as far as the eye can see. Many people know this, but the space elevator is the world's tallest transmission tower. In theory, its radio waves cover exactly half the globe. We've jacked up the in order to reach out to you.
Come on down. Oops, daisy.
Some coalition this has turned out to be, huh? They'll keep talking big once the war's over, too. Better. We need something or someone to guide us. Special delivery.
The communications infrastructure down, this broadcast can only be transmitted to certain regions. If you can access the server, consider yourself lucky. You get to see a real live princess. Cosette, say hello to everyone. Yes, let's open up the exit. Everyone get the refugees into the underground tunnel. George, Tabloid,
All right, understood.
damn it. Well, basically, they mentioned in an earlier mission that various coalitions and stuff have been formed after all the confusion after the satellites were destroyed. And obviously a few people from Erusia were getting ticked off with their conquest of Osea. And thought, well, we may as well team up with you guys because our government's a bit of an arse. That's pretty much that. Obviously, there are still a few hardliners that are sticking to their guns.
Just confirmed it.
But a lot of them are defecting to us.
Including drones will show up as hostiles. You two aces, I'm thinking it's time to show us what you've got.
And obviously, we got the
Guess nobody told them.
IFF working now.
That's quite true.
So we know who's an enemy without having to scan him for 20 minutes.
Everyone still entered as an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
To all of you who have gathered here, regardless
I'm
of
actually
your
getting a bit
country,
peckish. I might
this is headquarters of the Osean Army Southern Command.
grab something to eat after the stream's over.
Get that designation. We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose of taking down the Arsenal Bird. Wait until we're ready to strike the Arsenal Bird in unison.
Nah.
Roger.
Speaking on an open channel. The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. The Erusian aircraft are in the coalition as well.
Suppose that bloody worked.
Gold Squadron and Rigel Squadron of the Erusian Air Force. We're here on our own. Lancaster, we're entering your airspace.
This is SU-2. Republic of Bosnia are also moving to rendezvous. So they want squadron now. This is Mr. X's crew.
Yeah, that's the raw power of the laser. Just do continuous damage over time to the targets if you keep it on the actual target.
Some of their squadrons are in weird formations. They have manned aircraft with UAVs flame routed. This is just to keep the war going.
Come on.
Three strikes. And it's brought help.
Okay, commencing transmission. I'm speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important why... No, we are. First, our goals. Destroy the space elevator. Second, we want power to the drone factory cut in order to put a stop to all the war and chaos that its products cause. And last, we want to bring an end to this pointless war that has given rise to a state of...
Oh, it's so tricky. That was not worth it.
The land is overrun with refugees who have lost their homes. This is no isolated incident. In spite of that, the war continues to rage overhead.
Yeah, these guys are tough, the SU-57s.
Shoot them down one at a time. They'll run out eventually.
The UAVs were sluggish once the leader went down.
Come on. Well, I just did a 360 and still get smacked by it, so...
Are the friendly Erusians rebels or what?
They're rebels, but I'm sure it's more complicated than that. Rush up on Kirkland later. Focus on the enemy.
Copy that. Take a look. See that line continuing above the horizon? The cable goes up to the sky as far as the eye can see. Not many people know this, but the space elevator is the world's tallest transmission tower. In theory, its radio waves cover exactly half the globe. We've jacked its signal in order to reach out to you.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
We're about a third of the way there now.
Concentrate on dodging.
With the communications infrastructure down, this broadcast can only be transmitted to certain regions. If you can access the server, consider yourself lucky. You get to see a real live princess. King Zed. Say hello to everyone.
It's safe over here. We're taking away all their guns.
Yes! Let's open up the exit. Everyone get the refugees into the underground tunnel. George,
Look at that. Thankfully the game is good at locking onto targets that are right on your tail. It seems to take forever to lock onto the target you want when it's in front of you. So, I don't know how that makes sense. Maybe just prioritise his nearest attackers. But,
Hit him from behind and take him down.
Watch each other's backs out there.
oh, here comes Princess, she's running again.
A princess is looking at a mural. There's another one here too. It shows a whole bunch
Oh,
of
come on.
How did they get Strider 1?
I don't know. Like I said, we're down to the last few missions now, so it shouldn't take too long to finish it off.
If it isn't the LRSSG,
And obviously we're on harder, so we can take only 70 missiles.
LRSSG
I think ace difficulty, which is above this, the maximum difficulty, you can like take
coalition. So they've been
maybe 2 if you're lucky, but I know 1 is usually the insta-kill.
The Russian government aircraft, including drones, will show up as hostiles. You two aces.
I've got to go on this rain
show us
tomorrow.
what you've got.
If it's still raining by then.
We don't have 2 anymore. Guess nobody told them.
That's quite true, Count. It's not just 2. Wiseman trained his squad well. Everyone's still entered as an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
To all of you who have gathered here, regardless of your country, this is headquarters of the
I think if I
Ocean
screw this up
Officer
again, I'll
Command.
probably switch out to one with
You can forget that designation.
long-range air-to-air missiles.
We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose
Because
of taking down the arsenal
apart from the range, they actually fire from the cluster,
the arsenal
which we're, well, we're seeing clusters of enemy in this one, aren't we?
Ross, you're speaking on an open channel. The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. The Russian aircraft are in the coalition as well.
Squadron and Rifle Squadron of the Erusian Air Force. We're here on our own. Lancaster, we're entering your airspace.
This is Sul-2. Republic of Bosnia are also moving to rendezvous. So they want squadron now. It's Mr. X's crew.
Count, ease up. Engagement is forbidden.
Don't worry, I know. We need every blow we can call upon. Even if they were flying with an
Damn it,
Wiseman.
Should pop flares.
Some of their squadrons are in weird formations. They have manned aircraft with UAVs in slave mode. All this just to keep the war going.
What's that? Oh, just a raptor. That's a quick snack. When he stops maneuvering.
Dodge that missile or you're dead.
Or maybe not.
Think that'd miss.
Okay, we're commencing transmission. I'm speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important why
Oh, great. He's a bit tough as well.
are. First, our goals. Destroy the space elevator. Second, we want power to the drone factory cut in order to put a stop to all the war and chaos that its products cause. And last, we want to
Nice.
bring an end to this pointless war that has given rise to a state of anarchy. Let me tell you what's going on right now. The land is overrun with refugees who have lost their homes. This is no isolated incident. In spite of that, the war continues to rage overhead.
Shoot them down one at a time. They'll run out eventually.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the nearest ones to me and get them off my tail before travelling further afield.
Are the friendly Erusians rebels or what?
They're rebels, but I'm sure it's more complicated than that. Russia
Yeah,
went
see, switch target first time, it's the one behind me and closest to me.
Take a look. See that line continuing above the horizon? The cable goes up to the sky as far as the eye can see. Not many people know this, but the space elevator is the world's tallest transmission tower. In theory, its radio waves cover exactly half the road. We've jacked a signal in order to reach out to you.
See, this is actually one of those missions where it's almost a little bit of detriment to the game and in previous other titles of Ace Combat where you're doing a lot of the time the same objective over and over and it's only you that can make the progress. So it turns from being simulated into a little bit arcadey.
There's still this many troops on either side.
Like 100 on missiles, you've got a score to reach and rinse and repeat. I personally don't mind it, but it's
Communications infrastructure down. This
it can be a little bit repetitive at times. Like you'll just see it too often. But I guess he gets points for consistency, so there's that. Oh, forgot about him.
You're taking away all their guns.
Yes, let's open up the exit. Everyone get the refugees into the underground tunnel. George, Tabloid?
All right, understood.
Come on. Sometimes it's a bit difficult as to which missile you think you can avoid and stuff.
UAV confirmed destroyed.
Who's
Box 2. Box 2.
who's pointing right at me?
Their movements are pretty sloppy, but there's a lot of them. One wrong move, we'll be surrounded. Let me slide in on that tail.
A princess is looking at a mural. There's another one here too. It shows a whole bunch of space elevators. Skies unknown.
Title drop,
Let's go.
because the game is called Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown.
Warning. Missiles launched from the Arsenal bird. They're Helios projectiles. All aircraft, stay clear of the blast area. 10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
How many got caught in that explosion?
Unknown. Proceed with caution.
We can't switch off the security system, but we've got this. If what he said is true, this will give us at least 10 seconds. Cosette! Cosette! What the hell's wrong with you?
And of course the princess has her own ideas.
Get back here!
Credits, yeah, indeed.
We have a problem. The princess went by herself into the maintenance area and has shut us out.
It's funny because
Trek, stupid woman.
one of the Star Trek films, I believe it's Star Trek. I think it's Star Trek 10. No, 9. No, 8. No, sorry, Star Trek 8. First Contact. There's a scene in that thing, film, not thing, where one of the characters says, "You're some kind of astronauts on a, you're space travelers on some kind of Star Trek." Like he actually makes it deliberately 2 separate words.
I said we were going to take down the space elevator, but it's not like we can just go out there and chop it down. At the top of the windbreak, 6 location markers have been set in place. They monitor distortions in the space elevator. Those are the locations we need to target. If the sensors go bad, the elevator's observation
And another episode of Star Trek, I believe it was on the last episode of Next Generation,
microwaves will be stopped.
it actually said, "This should end your trek amongst the stars." Just little things like that made me laugh.
Dumbass.
She's got quite colourful language, hasn't she?
Helios launched from the Arsenal bird.
Although to be honest, at this point, can you really blame her? Oh dear, we don't want to be
5
in.
seconds. 3, 2, impact now.
You don't really have to look back to see how much bright that is.
Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to arrival.
Right, we're over the target mounts we need. So we just need to survive now.
Missile. 30 seconds remaining.
Which is interesting because the first time I played this mission, I had difficulty getting to the target in time rather than surviving like I was failing to do before.
Monster bird is in our trap. We'll use a saturation attack. Wait for the
I mean, as samey as some missions can be, you usually find yourself doing them rather differently each time you play. And obviously with the options of other aircraft, yeah.
Inform the coalition units. We're nearing 0 hour.
Right, hopefully a checkpoint should...
United attack on the Arsenal bird.
checkpoint should make itself known.
Incoming!
Oh, here it comes.
4. Everybody, give this attack everything you've got. Open fire!
Boop, I got shields.
All missiles were shot out of the sky. Attack failed. Cruise missiles did not reach their target.
Damn monster.
Lancaster warning all aircraft. I have multiple blips on my scope.
Here they come.
That's something.
Hey, look at the arsenal bird.
Lasers!
Yeah, of course, it's got lasers as well, right?
Missile.
HQ, we have a problem. Damage to the Allied fleet is extensive.
That was a pretty impressive firepower. I, for one, did not see that coming.
Drones.
The active protection system operated as expected. We should launch another saturation attack. Air power. You'll slow the arsenal bird.
Oh, this music's from the soundtrack called Daredevil. That's actually one of my favourites, and I found out my friend Vix, she really likes it as well. It's very, very powerful, I find.
It's readying its APS. All aircraft, break off from the arsenal bird.
That was close. Without the AWACS, I would have been a goner.
So yeah,
That's not the control room. Go through the airlock and get on the maintenance elevator.
now we have to shave the bird of its guns when its shields are done, obviously.
You can put on that pressurized suit by yourself. You never get it on over those frills.
I'm getting sick of
And
that
it's just
air
also a
bastard. Seriously.
hell of a lot more as well.
Control room is gone. Add water to the opposite tower. Radar room and CIC.
Nothing phases this thing. Where are we supposed to hit it?
All aircraft. We can no longer commence with a second saturation attack. All aircraft, separately engage in direct attacks.
HQ, it won't be easy to take down the arsenal bird with conventional
No, that's not
weaponry.
going to work, is it?
All the ace pilots in the world won't save us unless we have a plan.
Give us time. We'll see what we can do.
Come on, one of those got to hit, surely.
Thinking about it now? Cover any friendlies that's hit. He dodged it. Right one, you've got their attention.
Yeah, I have, actually. I noticed that.
It's readying its APS.
Dang it.
I've taken some damage. One aircraft hit. No, two.
Strider 1, target acquired.
I can see a light bulb shaped thing, but it isn't lit up.
That's it. That's the location marker. You have it from there, right?
Got it.
What are these missiles hitting?
Just evading like this will get us all killed.
Oh, finally. Nope.
When's that shield gonna lose power? Never. There's continuously supplying it with power.
Then what should we do?
Calm down. I'll do something.
What are you gonna do? Better. Smash it. Smash all 6 of the bastards. It'll lose power.
When in doubt, smack it.
Damn shield. Just go away.
Yeah, we can't touch it until that shield's down.
Disappear.
On cuckoo count?
Away with you. Look.
Shields are down.
Just what kind of magic did you work there, you asshole?
It wasn't magic. It's a scam. Now's our chance. Do it, Trigger.
Rightio, chaps. Hang on to your knickers.
It's switched to the backup power supply. That means the main supply's been cut off.
This is the observation
That's where it pop flares.
The UAVs are dropping altitude fast. Wait, they're down.
The drones are acting crazy. Have you seen this? The drones are falling one after another. They've completely lost control.
Just the way it checkpointed me right as I died, so...
We have to take down the target by any means. I feel like I'm swimming in the ocean alongside a whale.
Yeah, that thing's heavily guarded as well, which is going to be an issue.
Don't let its sheer size freak you out.
So we have to go around and trim some of its claws. I think one of the drones got in the way of the missile.
Don't let them anywhere near him. Understood? I'll have to try to run.
Come on, lock on. I'm losing ground every time I loop as well, which is annoying. Damn it. Yeah, those pulse lasers are really dangerous, and I think they attack from underneath, so if you keep above the target, you should be okay.
Remember, our target is the arsenal bird.
There's another one down. Whew, saw that.
Go, Trigger. Leave these chumps to us.
Sub-propeller confirmed destroyed.
Yeah, there it is. Pulse lane down underneath it. I think it can shoot down your missiles as well, which is a little bit infuriating.
All aircraft, locate Strider 1's position.
I burned that propeller right off its frame. Spindle, you know what I mean.
You're too far out.
You can do it. There's no way it isn't damaged. Don't let the UAVs distract you. Arsenal Bird is our priority.
UAVs off Strider 1.
Main propeller 1 confirmed stall. Good work, Trigger. Keep up the attack.
Which makes no sense, because
Propellers have been stalled.
surely other aircraft could pop at it, you know? Now's a great time for the targeting to go, oh, would you want to target the furthest plane? Actually, no, while I'm now. out of flares too, so can't win them all, right?
Trigger got a sub-propeller. You're getting the hang of this, Trigger. The main propeller is moving again. Just how hard is that thing? Down to destroy quick tense base. Say what? If we destroy the docking modules, the supply unit will take off in first.
Oh my god. No, Trigger's dead. Yeah, that's a lot of targets to take out.
UAVs are dropping altitude fast. Wait, they're down.
The drones are acting crazy. Are you seeing this? The drones are falling one after another. They've completely lost control.
Oh my word. If I hear missile one more time, I'll crash. I'll get rid of him. Oh, so
All aircraft, locate Strider 1's position.
you know what? You're not part of the mission, but I need to get you killed. Oh, forget him. Right, here we go. Not really, no, because Gyro rockets are very imprecise area and they're usually used in anti-ground attacks. Nice idea there, but they're not really suited for like pinpoint air assaults. Flippin' heck. Bloody pulse laser.
Main propeller 1 confirmed stall. Good work, Trigger. Keep up the attack.
Damn it, didn't lock on. No, we did. Well, the good thing about this is there's no health left. There's no timer, so just might take a few. Obviously, I can't change aircraft mid-mission, so
UAVs are dropping altitude fast. Wait, they're down.
The drones are acting crazy. Are you seeing this? The drones are falling one after another. They've completely lost control.
Don't let the UAVs distract you. The Arsenal bird is our priority.
well, do me a favour, fellas, and get them off my back.
Our target is the Arsenal bird.
Of course, you fire the flare for one missile, but the other one's still locked onto you. That's one down. Now, where's the other 99? You see what I mean about the friendly AI? There's plenty of them now. But whether the game actually lets them shoot down enemy targets is another matter altogether. Whoa, that's not the missiles. That's absolute load of bullshit. I can't actually tell if it's just launching more drones though. I think it is, but
That thing is too huge! Don't let its sheer size freak you out.
yeah, I mean, you get this shit in Star Wars all the time, right? Like, it's a moon. Oh, we just send fighters against it.
Keep the UAV as company. Go, Trigger. Leave these chumps to us.
Now it. Come on, come on. Thank you, Stall. Yeah, again. Why only me? That's a lovely music, but oh my goodness. Right, they're giving me a bit of a breather now. Yeah, here they come again now. Yeah, I'll just take its teeth out at this rate. Come on. There. Yeah, I should have done this earlier actually. Take its anti-air defense out. Then concentrate on the bloody propellers. Okay. What's the next one? There, it's close to the central fuselage. No! No! Still no. I think there's a thing there, yeah. There's one there as well. Yeah, a lot of bosses in Ace Combat games have this obscene amount of just ridiculous weapon systems. I was like, what does that thing have? Oh, a complete arsenal of missile systems and point defense cannons, you know, the usual.
Main propeller 1 confirmed stall. Good work, Trigger. Keep up the attack.
Wait, is it Megan GTA? What do you mean? Not Mega, bless you.
These things, no problem.
Oh, you mean the, oh, what do you call it? I know what you mean. Moloch? Is that it?
Sub-propeller confirmed destroyed.
Oh, you want planes from this game into the... I see what you mean, yeah, sorry. Yeah, because I don't really like the laser and the Hydra. Well, Hydra's alright, but laser, I just find like another generic aircraft. Yeah, Moloch's Meg, that's right, yeah. It's all Russian to me, I don't know. I'll shut him up. Right, let's burn his wheels off.
Both main propellers have been stalled.
Really? I know what to do anyway, so give it another shot. Yeah, multi-role is my cup of tea as well. Just adapt into the situation without having to like invest all your points into anti-air defense only.
The drones are acting crazy. Have you seen this? The drones are falling one after another. They completely lost control.
Don't worry about backing up Strider 1. Just try to stay out of his way. Strider 1, move on to the PI.
Oh,
Don't let the UAVs distract you. Arsenal Bird is our priority.
come on. Oh, get that thing off my tail, somebody. Anybody.
Let Strider 1 handle it. Try not to get in his way.
That's not going to hit, is it? Yeah, we're not going to kill it though. Yeah, I should have done this earlier, quite frankly. Oh dear. There, above the clouds now. Okay. Well, so we try that one again, eh? Come on, I want... Yeah, that's the target I want. Nah. Unless they were like weapon grade cookies I could throw at the damn thing, but yeah. I've also got some chocolate bourbons downstairs I can see to as a reward, but should be fine. Come on, where are you? Oh, you not getting my line of sight? You want to get a missile that took us now for that? Yeah, that'll teach you. Come on. Forgot there's another one as well. Come on. Right, here we go. I think it might have been better with the missiles over the lasers, quite frankly. That's my last flare gone.
Sub-propeller confirmed destroyed.
And protect him, would you please? Or at least help me with this thing that you can't do because I'm the hero character and therefore it's up to me.
Main propeller 1 confirmed stall. Good work, Trigger. Keep up the attack.
We got these things, no problem.
Damn it!
Main propellers have been stalled.
Whew, scared the crap out of me then.
You can do it. There's no way it isn't damaged.
No, you think?
That thing is too huge. Don't let its sheer size freak you out.
Don't want to ram the damn thing.
Sub-propeller. You're getting the hang of this, Trigger.
No, I believe you don't have to completely prune it of defences. You might be able to just,
The main propeller is moving.
yeah, go for the structures.
How hard is that thing? Boils down to destroying the Rectenna's base. Say what? If we destroy the docking modules, the supply unit will break off from the Arsenal bird. That'll leave the Rectenna base for now. Fire on fire.
They probably won't connect. Nah, way off.
That may prove impossible even for an experienced pilot. That would be a problem, Whit. Yeah, but our guy's more than just an experienced pilot. Trigger, let's do this. If he's really that good of a pilot, I bet on it. Besides, if he thought it was impossible, he wouldn't have said anything.
He's the main character. In Ace Combat, they never say anything.
Refugees. Everyone calm down. You want to get yourself killed? George? Tabloid! Get back here!
I can't leave that girl to die.
Fine, fine. Get her, but be quick about it.
Is everything okay?
Still got 50 missiles left, so...
Run! Run! Careful!
One docking module destroyed.
Now, how do we get that?
Strider 1, I knew you could do it. Move out and destroy the rest.
What? I thought that would connect. We got it.
But the kid tabloid went after a safe. He ran that distance with a girl in his hands.
Now we have to get this one from the front and hopefully the laser doesn't fire when we do so.
George and the girl were saved. They were saved. Both of them.
Right, here we go.
Docking module destroyed.
I'm gonna play chicken with them.
Don't let yourself be distracted. Just focus on what you need to do.
That's one hook down.
Docking module destroyed. One left.
Nicely done. This'll be a good story to tell my son.
Yeah, see that laser, you just don't want to cross paths with it and hopefully get above it, so I don't think it...
Tech missed.
Nope, it's not even locked on, Pete. Well played. Oops, Daisy! No!
Catch him, pal. Trigger, splash the bandit.
A bandit that you guys should have taken care of.
Trigger's right in front of me. Locked on.
Flipping heck. Come on, I threaded that needle. Got it.
All targets have been destroyed. The supply
Oh
units
my word.
You should be able to see the rectenna where the supply unit was. Destroy that, and even the mighty arsenal bird is sure to feel it.
Leave it to Trigger.
Why?
Leave the big fish to Trigger. We'll take down the UAVs.
We're counting on you.
Right, what I want to do now is to get ahead of it. Flip turn.
Locked on. There's a hit on the laser cannon. Trigger's hammering it.
Target acquired.
No, it's underneath. That's the annoying bit.
You're mine now.
Cyclops 2. Fox 2.
Got it.
Cannon confirmed destroyed. That eliminates one major threat.
Thanks. That thing almost cooked my tail. Got this one down to my sights.
Strider 1, missile launched. Rectenna base unit confirmed
Just
destroyed.
ripped a huge hole in it.
Lancaster. Oh my god. The arsenal bird is on fire.
Trigger, break off.
No, I thought I'd stick around and get a front seat view of it.
Bird is losing altitude rapidly.
Arsenal bird is down.
Lancaster, can you estimate the point of impact?
Don't worry. Looks like it'll be open water.
Yeah.
All aircraft, avoid the target's path.
That's the last of the rooms. Even in death, that thing is intimidating.
A little bit. God, my hands are so bloody sweaty. Just like squeezing the controller.
Everyone can see this. These people here were alive up until a few moments ago. My friend was here.
Yeah, I should have gone with the
This is just
guided air-to-air missiles. Because the problem with the laser, you have to keep still to focus it on the target. And obviously it leaves you open to attack. Or should try some of the pulse lasers, or the railgun maybe, I don't know.
Wait there, Princess. We'll get you down. Don't worry about me. Please just take care of the refugees. I'll parachute down. What?
Warning, incoming bogey.
Are those the drones we saw at that factory? I'm coming down. I'll see you on the ground. No, wait!
Enemy on my 6! Those guys are bad news. Trigger, boss, do something!
Strider 2, missile inbound.
Cosette! What?
This isn't the time for that!
Cosette!
Avril, they're headed this way. Get the refugees to safety now.
Strider 2, you're hit. Are you alright?
Still breathing. I won't be flying much longer, though.
There's an OCN carrier a few kilometers to the west. It ran aground and was abandoned. It won't be easy, but it's the only place you got.
Trigger, escort your wingman. Let's get to that carrier. That's all we can do.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Trigger, can you hear me? I somehow managed to land. It's your turn now. The carrier ran aground, but that shouldn't be a problem for you. I'll guide you down.
It's different, I'll give it that.
3,000 meters to carrier. You're too fast. Lower your speed.
I love how he says it's too fast and I'm already low in the speed, and then he says
Lower your
it.
nose.
Yeah, carrier landings are never my
1,500
favourites.
meters to carrier.
Easy.
You're on course. Looking good, buddy.
Break, 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 break. Oh! Oh!
Hard landing. You're gonna crash.
Oh! I thought the arrestor cable would actually do its job.
Trigger, can you hear me? I somehow managed to land. It's your turn now. The carrier ran aground, but that shouldn't be a problem for you. I'll guide you down. 3,000 meters to carrier.
So it's coming from a different angle now.
You're too fast. Lower your speed.
Yeah, I was probably going too fast anyway, so
1,500 meters to carrier.
see what I do with landing planes is I just use the airspeed just to pull me down as opposed to angling down on the stick.
That's what I'm talking about, Trigger. Not one scratch. Well, we're okay for the moment. Now the real challenge begins.
Yeah. That was interesting. The low yo-yo. Any briefing, or is that pretty much it? Or debriefing even? Yeah, that's a lot of targets. There's probably a secret plane to unlock another skin, but quite frankly, a mission.
Hell, I can't just snap my fingers and make a plane. Believe me, I wish I could. Right now, we needed one. Bad. When we were coming over on the boat, I remember seeing an aircraft carrier. That gave me an idea. The Admiral Anderson. The name of an old sailor.
Yeah, Anderson was captain of the
When the first
Kestrel
drone started
in the
attacking,
previous
ship
war.
wasn't ready for battle yet. He was still in the dock.
Actually, I think he
getting
went
all
down with his
rigged up.
ship when it was attacked.
So they rushed to get her ready. I know about Anderson. In the previous Ocean War, he was the commander of the
Yeah.
ship that sent out the last fleet of jets.
He launches the protagonists and their
They say
team.
the deck was sloping so bad as it sank, the last plane barely made it off.
Mm-hmm.
Those fighters ended the war. That story gives me a little bit of hope, especially when
It's nice that it mentions previous games in a
We're all in the
subtle
same boat,
kind of way.
like it or not.
Like they actually contribute to the story as opposed to just going
It'll be the end
complete
of
details as to who they were and all that. It just says this happened
The
and that
military
happened
loaded the
and this is
stage
why
to
we're
the
here.
rafters with planes. Some were fighters that were going to be delivered to bases in occupied territory. It was hit before it could complete the mission. Jackpot. The hangars were loaded with goodies. This Scrap Queen's got work to do.
It was actually interesting in Ace Combat 5, from when you launched from the deck of the ship. You had to choose carrier-only
Everyone, listen up.
aircraft,
The operation
I
was a
think.
success.
Although
Erusian
one
defense
mission
forces have
just
been
went,
neutralized.
nah, just choose
All
any jet to
arsenal
take off from
birds
it.
are down. However, those two new drones buzzing around.
I believe this is the last mission as well, so
The Ocean
if we can
and
do this in
Erusian
about half an hour or
coalition's
20 minutes, we
aircraft
should
are
be
in a
fine.
sorry state thanks to them. We might not even have any viable aircraft. According to the Scrap Queen, the drones are trying to use the space elevator's transmission capabilities to send their data to drone manufacturing plants across the continent. They're trying to strengthen their numbers. What's worse, their data contains a depth of war experience, so the newer aircraft will be more tactically advanced. If that's the case, this war will never end. We need to take both drones down no matter what it takes. We'll do it, so we have homes to go back to. Well, the Scrap Queen's on our side. She says she can make any aircraft fly. This is our final mission. Trigger, let's go. We've got a goddamn war to end.
Mm-hmm. Operation Hush. Hugin and Moonin. So let's see if we can purchase any last minute credits to do so. I should think so. Shame we can't compare it to the same price, but it says this one's more a multi-role. Yeah, I want this. Wait, hold on a second. Let's check the sub-weapons. Because ideally there's a weapon system I want. Yeah, quick air-to-air missiles. I want that one. Very handy missile system. Basically, you know, regular missiles, you ideally have to keep them in the center of your view and then lock on. This one can actually lock on at a target at either 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, at all various angles. And you don't have to be necessarily facing that target at the time. Very good for anti-air combat. So yeah, let's... Oh, that's right, yeah, we need to... Oh, that's right. Sorry, it just occurred to me to unlock all these and I know to get it. In that case, we'll go for this Berkut. That's got quick air-to-air missiles. Very unusual aircraft in its design. And then we'll chuck some quick air-to-air missiles into that. Yeah, that'll do. Right, let's customize this. That'll be at the bottom probably. Nope, don't want to skin just yet. Don't want to select parts for it. I mean, we're pretty maneuverable as it is, but yep, superior maneuver. Durability might come in handy, I think. And nah, I don't need that yet. We'll need some faster missiles. Flight distance. And special weapon upgrade. To make it even faster, that's a good idea. Oh, should we get okay for 140 missiles? That's more of a bomb thing. See if that works. So, sometimes I really can't tell if it's actually making a difference or not. See, that's noticeable colour change. Let's try that and chuck a ISF logo onto it. No, we can't because the skin was not compatible. It still bugs me actually. Yeah, that's better. On the nose and on the tail. Alright, let's give it a blast.
Strider Squadron, takeoff prep complete.
I believe this cutscene is actually in one of the trailers, yeah. But with completely different music.
Can I use this? Hey, can you hear me? That craft is in peak condition. I even buffed up the canopy for a nice shine, so you can really see the sky.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Take care, Trigger. When you get back, let me know what you saw.
Let me see that. Trigger, wish I could have flown with you.
A dinged up plane and an injured pilot would only slow you down.
I'm going. Smell you later.
Take care. Whatever happens, it ends here. The outcome's mostly up to him.
Yeah, no pressure, Trigger, eh? I keep wanting to click me stick in to put the wheels up.
He's the one who took off just now.
We've got quite a few Erusians with us. Lucians are sticking around too. I don't care what country anyone's from. What counts is knowing who the real enemy is. Right, guys?
Affirmative. And I think everybody here knows the score. We all know who to follow. Commence mission. All aircraft follow trigger.
Roger that.
Understood.
All right.
Understood.
space elevator is able to broadcast and communicate. With the information infrastructure down, it's the
Dude.
only one capable of wide area
Dude.
transmission. Drones are waiting for it to power up again.
Clever little bastards.
Scope seems clear so far. You know, let's put a foot down. There's one. And there's two.
Goal leader to Lancaster. UAVs confirming direction of travel. Engaging
Yeah, they've got lasers as well, you can see.
Aircraft converge on Skull Squadron. Surround and shoot them down.
Strider 3, copy. Let's do it, Lucian.
UAV reacting. Damn, they're fast. All aircraft stay sharp. Intercept now. The UAVs are equipped with laser weaponry. Watch where their nose is pointing. Salamander 3, Skull 2, lost. Damn it, that was quick. Friendly lost. Another confirmed down.
Damn it. This one's wide open. Damn it. I'll grab their attention. Kill the trigger to all the fighting.
It's weird, it's not actually saying if it's missing or not. I can hear it locking on. Now it says it's missing.
Caution, enemy has a lock.
Yeah, I know.
Trigger scored a hit. We can do it. Aim well and shoot him down.
Finally.
The enemy is still flying normally, though. Keep pushing. The damage has to be adding up.
Human and mutant move just like me, I. I'm like complete copies of Lost. I've received some service upgrades. Seymour, we'll separate human and mutant.
a hell of a formation for a bunch of machines. Our only hope is for all of us to surround it.
Missile hit on UAV.
Two of them.
Outstanding work, Trigger.
Yeah, now he's got like pod weapon systems where...
Attention all aircraft. Launch detected from UAV. They're small drones.
So the drone has drones, so to speak. It's like funnels from the Gundam saga.
Friendly lost. Salamander. Michael 3's mission.
Oh dear.
Strider 1, you scored a hit.
Come on, you can't run. Let's run them down.
There we go. One down. Target is losing altitude rapidly.
Damn it. So annoying when they just lock on for a split second and because you didn't
Sol 2, evade.
fire sooner.
Soul 2 lost.
Oh, goodness. Oh well.
Strider 1 was shot down.
We'll try it once more, I think. I mean, how many I have? Like 22 yards, kind of wasting them, wasn't I?
We've got quite a few Erusians with us.
Oh god, it's going to natter on, isn't it?
See if they're sticking around, too. I don't care what country anyone's from. What counts is knowing who the real enemy is. Right, guys?
Affirmative. I think everybody here knows the score. We all know who to follow. Commence mission. All aircraft follow trigger.
Roger that. Understood.
All right.
Understood.
The space elevator is able to broadcast and communicate. With the information infrastructure down, it's the only
I'll tell you
place
what, though,
capable
their
of wide
engines
area
always sound really freaky to me.
The drones are waiting for it to power up again.
Clever little bastards.
Come on, you can't avoid all those, surely. Oh wait, you can.
All aircraft converge on Skull Squadron. Surround and shoot them down.
Strider 3, copy. Let's do it, Lucian.
UAV reacting. Damn, they're fast. All aircraft stay sharp. Intercept now.
This is getting too cluttered. Got a bad feeling about this.
Attention all aircraft. Launch detected from UAV. They're small drones.
These guys have quite the bag of tricks.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Tangent elastics, quick air-to-air missiles.
Alright, everyone. Regroup quickly while Trigger draws the drones away.
Target acquired. You're low on special weapons.
No, that's one down.
There we go. One down. One down. Target is losing altitude rapidly.
Enemy is black smoke billowing from it. I saw it myself. Three strikes is a real deal. One plane left.
Soul 2, evade! Evade!
Just like the thighs.
Soul 2 lost.
Vito, damn it! Damn it!
Missile hit on UAV. Outstanding work, Trigger.
That hit.
Stop now.
Don't pay attention.
Commander left. Come on, someone just get rid of it. Special weaponry depleted.
Flippin' heck.
Enemy's got a log. Breaking.
Come on.
Trigger's missile hit. That one looks like it hurt. Trigger has scored a kill. Hell yeah! You finally did it! Way to shoot, Ace.
Well, the missiles did the work, quite frankly. Cheater.
Look, it discarded its wings. What? It's just like the UAV the Trigger shot down at Bulgurarest. Is that the prototype that Wiseman was talking about?
Box 2.
Caution, enemy has a lock. Let me avenge Vito.
Unable to acquire status updates from Erusian aircraft via data link. All aircraft rely on visual confirmation.
That's right. That's how it used to be done.
Hold on a sec. Is it just me, or is that thing trying to read Trigger's reactions? It's observing Strider. It's like it's trying to learn from him.
Come on. Well, I suppose that counts.
When I get home, I'm bragging to my son about living with this mission. What a day. They learn to fly like Trigger. Who's gonna shoot him down? Not to mention they can manufacture a movement too.
It's a waste.
3, Fox 2.
Target acquired.
Oh, I hate it. You lock onto it and it's like, no, go maneuver.
We can do this.
I should just really wait out until they fly straight. Like now. Well, that's basically the premise of the original Top Gun movie, of people who were too reliant on the guided missile system to fire from range, whereas the art of dogfighting at close range itself had been lost. Come on, hit. Thank you.
UAV is down. Radar signal is lost.
Our top ace, showing us how it's done.
That was definitely the most intense thing I've ever been in. I can't wait to tell my son about it.
The space elevator is just powered up. Looks like we made it in just the nick of time. Fortunately, you've prevented data that may have included Trigger's flying style from leaking. I've got a special bottle of wine for occasions like this. What do you say we open it?
Can you hear me? There's still one drone left.
Of course there is.
Who the hell is that? More importantly, I thought Trigger destroyed all the drones.
It's thrown away its wings, yet it's still flying. Can anyone hear me? That aircraft needs to be taken care of.
She's right. I see something on the radar. The UAV is alive and kicking.
There it is. And like a lot of Ace Combat games, as the finale, they tend to have huge tunnels to fly through.
Trigger, you're gonna have to fly into the tunnel after the UAV.
Where's the escape vector?
There's enough space for him to turn beneath the elevator.
That's a suicide mission.
Yes, it is,
Count? Where are you
but it's the
going?
only option.
We rely on Trigger too much. He's gonna need help.
You can't be serious, Count.
Yeah, well, you had no problem with Trigger doing the same thing.
Trigger's different.
We'll see.
You damn fool.
Don't worry. I learned something from my last squadron. Stick with Trigger, and you'll make it.
There it is, where those lights are flashing. Now, obviously, it's best to do this in a third-person sense, but I'm an idiot, and I'd like to live experiences like this on the edge. All it takes is some slight amount of rudder adjustment.
Count, give me your status.
Alive.
Excellent, so you're both okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What makes you think that?
No time to explain. The radio will cut out soon. It'll take a short time for the drone to send over the data. You need to destroy it as fast as you can.
There it is. UAV spotted. We finally found it.
Doesn't help when my hands are getting really slippy now.
Some static when the gate closed. Do you think the UAV is operating the gates? Well, there goes our only way out. I thought we were gonna pull this off after making it through that maze. Don't worry, I'll think of something. I'll find us a way out.
Stay on target.
They're waiting for you outside. I'm not gonna let you drop here. No sign of the drone. Did it take another path? Doesn't matter. We know where it's going. We can catch it.
Easy does it. Oops-a-daisy. God, that's such a British idiom. I used to hear all the time when I was younger, when someone fell over, is oops-a-daisy.
Drone on your tail.
Of course it is.
It got me. I'm hit. Shit. My wings seem fine, but I'm losing thrust. Is it my engine? Definitely feels like it's my engine. I'm fine. I can still fly. My rudder's acting up. It's hard to keep level. I'm not getting much thrust, but I'll be okay. Uh-oh, that's quite the problem. It appears I can't get any more thrust. The drone is turning. It'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger.
Damn it. There should be a checkpoint in here though, so not too bad. So basically, yeah, we have to destroy those repeaters in the time limit, and then destroy the drone.
Drone is turning. It'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger.
And of course, it would fly the opposite direction, wouldn't it? Damn it, it's too slow. Wow. 14th of a 100th second to go.
That's right. We're going home. I thought of a way out of here. The space elevator. The windbreak is hollow, and there's no ceiling all the way up. Not sure if my bird can handle it, though. Fly! I know you can make it! I'll attempt a belly landing. Get out of here! Everyone's waiting for you!
Damn it. Ooh. Oh dear. Bloody hell. So I think I was just going too fast. I should have slowed down.
Drone is turning. It'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger.
Oh, bloomin' heck. Nope.
Self-destruct? I get it. Once the data is sent, it doesn't need a body anymore. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely should have slowed down because I can go to about 300.
Turning. It'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger.
Come on.
Self-destruct?
Damn it.
Get it.
I dropped my line of sight as well.
Data is sent, it doesn't need a
Yeah, restart from checkpoint. Oh, that's count.
It'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger.
Come on.
It's down. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, that was going too fast. That time I couldn't turn quickly enough.
That's right. We're going home. I thought of a way out of here. The space elevator. The windbreak is hollow, and there's no ceiling all the way up. Not sure if my bird can handle it, though. Fly! I know you can make it! I'll attempt a belly landing.
Damn it! Went the wrong bloody way. Should have gone at ground level, then straight up. Oh, wow.
Turning. It'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger.
What the hell? Oh, lordy. Yeah, going too slow, I think.
Drone is turning. It'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger. It's down. Yeah, baby. Hey, I'm being serious here. That's right. We're going home. I thought of a way out of here. The space elevator. The windbreak is hollow, and there's no ceiling all the way up. Not sure if my bird can handle it, though. Fly! I know you can make it! I'll attempt a belly landing. Get out of here! Everyone's waiting for you!
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Oh, that's not good.
Stall warning.
That's not good.
Trigger's down!
It's so tricky just to... Because you need a good aircraft for this final mission. And obviously it's all about speed and maneuverability. But sometimes the speed is just too much. It's just a bugbear to do it.
Drone is turning. It'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger.
Come on. Come on. Ah.
I get it. Once the data is sent, it doesn't need a body anymore. Damn it. Trigger's down!
Oh, yeah, well, now you finally get that. I've done this mission like before and it was a couple of tries and I did it. I don't know.
Drone is turning. It'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger.
Stall warning.
It's down. Yeah, baby. Hey, I'm being serious here. That's right. We're going home. I thought of a way out of here. The space elevator. The windbreak is hollow, and there's no ceiling all the way up. Not sure if my bird can handle it, though. Fly! I know you can make it! I'll attempt a belly landing.
Stall warning.
Get out of here! Everyone's waiting for you!
That's better. We're at a decent speed now, so
I wanted to wait until I had less fuel, but I have no choice. Attempting to land. I don't think my plane will make it. Anyway, here goes. Come on, baby, stay with me just a bit more.
oh, well that's him out of the fight. You probably hear the loud clicks and my rudder just going left and right, because you really don't want to use the stick in tight things like this if you can help it.
Should we send in an evac team?
We can't give up. We have to wait.
Yeah, there's no timer apart from the 6 minutes 48. I mean, we're almost there and I can see the blue sky.
Can you hear me? We're all waiting. A world of darkness needs a light to shine.
And looks like she made it out of 2 alive.
We're waiting for that beacon of light.
I mean, I'm just glad that there's no winter like buffed us and stuff.
Look, it's Trigger.
And there we go.
Strider 1 is returned
Finally
to
made
radar.
it.
I did it! That's our Trigger! He's a damn hero! No doubt.
He's Russian. Shoot him.
Strider 2.
Game over.
Damn it. Does anyone have eyes on Count?
Wish y'all could have seen that.
And of course he makes it, doesn't he? The show off.
Damn fool. What's your position?
Watching Trigger climb. I guess it's my fate to watch from down below.
Yeah, well, we're all in the same boat there.
Yeah, well, I guess we are.
We're sending help. Give us your coordinates.
Directly under the space elevator. Elevation is minus 500 meters.
Minus? Hey, Trigger. You dumbass. Tell me something.
She calls everyone that,
Who
doesn't
is
she?
this guy up there?
We're on our way back from our 7-year mission to the asteroid belt. I can't tell you how proud I am to be the first to land at
Wait,
this
what was that
spaceport.
transmission?
This is Captain Kay Nagase of the spaceship Pilgrim 1.
This blew my goddamn mind when I was
It's finally within our reach.
playing this game for the first
The
time.
pilot who generously gave this
She's
city
actually
the
one of the
right to know
protagonists'
we are forever
wingmen in Ace Combat 5,
the universe
a
lies
game
ahead
set
of
about
us,
10 years
waiting
before
to be
this one.
discovered.
And she always wanted to just
Now, at last, we
just
have a
leave the
date
Earth and go
to
into the
ascend
sky,
to
and
it.
looks like she got a dream of going to space.
It's all coming together for me. Today was the day, the moment of her return.
I salute the pilot who gave us all a future.
To skies unknown, the path to mankind's vast future remains standing, Granddad. The refugees built a settlement for themselves at the base of the space elevator. A humanitarian mission from Yuktavania airdropped some supplies for them again today.
That's weird, because they've always pronounced Yuktobania as Yuktobania.
Thanks to the princess,
Even
the whole world was pitching in to help these
American voice actors in the 5th game.
Handing out the relief supplies would have been a perfect gig for that anarchist dude. But since he's dead now, the job went to the guy from Belka, George. I guess Tabloid got that new system he wanted in the end. Mihai's granddaughters are helping out too. Mihai. That cranky old geezer's here with us
Yeah,
too.
and for a third time again, someone else who was presumed dead made it out alive.
Now
for themselves and the world. Is this my punishment then? All I do is lie here, wasting away. I'll never know the freedom of flying the open skies ever again. I've been grounded, and my wings have been clipped.
You know what having peace in the world means? It's being able to die in your own bed at a ripe old age. Peace is what those girls are working so hard for here. We got a bunch more refugees today. And the princess? She's looking to the stars. Dark blue. To the heavens and beyond.
Can you hear me?
And yeah, there we have it. It's been a while since an Ace Combat game has been set in this strange real world since... I don't know if the PSP version came out after 6 or not. But basically since like the PS3, Xbox 360 era of like mid 2000s and such, and it's taken this long to get back into the saga. But I'm glad they've made so many ties back to the original story arcs and such of various characters. I mean, they even mentioned like the 7 nukes that were launched onto Belkan soil to stave off any further invasion by Allied forces. And even bringing back Kei Nagase from Ace Combat 5, or Ace Combat Squadron Leader as they call it. They did the same with Ace Combat 0. Its alternate name is Ace Combat The Belkan War, because it acts as a prequel before the 5th game, or the 4th game for that matter. Yeah, I mean, I like them. They're obviously they're more arcadey games than they are realistic simulation of flight sims. Story is always a little bit more in depth than say your average flight game. There actually are characters, and your main character has always been a silent one. I mean, your protagonist was called Blaze in Ace Combat 5, and there's only like one. He never says anything through the entire thing, even though he's got like dialogue choices where you can like say yes or no to a question while in flight. But you'd actually hear him acknowledge or say that. You just like on the D-pad you go left or right. So he never speaks there. In one of the cutscenes, they show a picture of you with your other 4 teammates. Of Kei, who you saw. I don't know if I can remember them. It would be something. It was Kei, Chopper. I think Griffin. Shouldn't begin with G. Can't remember on the top of my head. There's like a picture in a newspaper because one of the characters is a reporter, and he takes a picture of the whole squadron, like the squad, like 4 of them. But you see Blaze's like torso, his head, his shoulders, but you see Chopper's arms in the way flexing and hides his face. A lot of the Ace Combat games, for some weird reason, except for maybe Assault Horizon and I think maybe number 3, where their protagonist is a bit more fleshed out. I think there's something to be said personally about a silent protagonist, because the game isn't putting words in your mouth of what they should say or react at that time. it's like a blank slate for you personally to react in silence, as it were, at the world around you and such. As you can tell, I'm filling in time for the credits. But as someone who, let me see, I think I bought my first Ace Combat game with the 5th title, and then obviously Balkan War after, and then I went back to go find Ace Combat 4, which was a very early PS2 title. As I said, I've tried Ace Combat 3, and obviously it was a real shame that for some reason or another the story content from that game was pretty much almost annihilated. Like, you'd get a cutscene of your briefing, like as you see in the briefings here, of what you had to do for that particular mission. The Japanese version had complete anime style cutscenes of characters and so on and so forth that we never got in that version, which is a real shame. And not a lot of people liked Ace Combat Assault Horizon, which was set on our world, planet Earth, with our continents and stuff. And I think it was like when South Sudan actually became a nation unto itself, it came out into that era, because there is some fighting in Africa in that game. Not a lot of people liked it. It had something called dogfighting mode, which was sometimes scripted and had to be part of a mission where you'd fly through a particular path at close range. And it was the way used to kill some bosses and stuff, and not a lot of people liked it. I personally didn't mind it myself. I mean, it was sort of solid arcadey sort of sim game with a fairly decent story, and your protagonist, I think it was called Bishop. He was actually a talkative chap himself. I think he was voiced by the same guy who did Leon from Resident Evil 4. Paul Mercier, I think. I might have got mixed up. But yeah, generally good games, a lot of fun to play. Obviously, you see some bosses are more difficult than others. If you can get hold of it, I do recommend Ace Combat 0, or Ace Combat the Balkan War, as it was called in Europe. That is a much fleshed out, larger story, more characters, and has the privilege of having real actors in the cutscenes after you destroy some squadrons as a boss character and such. Most of them survive, and they give like a post-war interview, like set years after the war, how they felt about your character at the time. Again, based on your playstyle of, are you going to annihilate anything like a mercenary, be honourable like a soldier, like let some go, kill some others, or a knight of being completely responsible and a good guy generally. And then I think I read somewhere, if you went down the mercenary path of shooting all the targets you could, the bosses would be actually much more difficult to go up against. You'd face more aggressive squadrons and such. So let's see what we've unlocked for ourselves, if anything. Got some emblems. So yeah, that's it. Just run out a bit of time. But thank you for watching, whoever watched, and obviously they'll be archived on my YouTube channel. 2 hours a piece each episode. Listen to my ramblings, obviously. For our next stream, we'll keep that a secret. How's about that? Tough. You're not going to hear it until it's going to be streamed, alright? So thanks again, folks, for watching, and take care of yourselves, alright? Have a good one.